I hear a lot of creators saying that the best way to negotiate is through email or over the phone.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think this is the worst advice ever to be created on the internet because
Brandon, you're so close, yet so far away. So it's time for me to educate you again, not only on why you got a good deal, but how everybody can get a good deal on their car every single time and never step foot in the dealership. First off, dealerships love to say presence is power. I'm sorry, that's not the case. The reason why dealerships love this line is because you get to go to the dealership and they have more control. It's as simple as that. When it comes down to it, your presence is not power, your commitment is the power. And that commitment doesn't matter if you're over the phone, because dealerships, it's 2025. They have the ability to do a deal over the phone. Or if you're in store, none of that matters. What matters is that you're committing to buy a car. If you do this price, I will buy the car today. Second comes down to education. You asking for the appropriate amount off that makes sense to the dealership is part of the reason why your deal is so easy. You asked for 10% off your car. Why'd you ask for 10%? Why not 6%? Why not 8%? Why not 20%? Do you think if you walked into that dealership and asked for 20% off, they would have folded because your presence is power? No. 10% off made sense for that number, and I gave you that number. So when it came down to it, the dealership knew you knew exactly what you were asking for, and you came in with a fair offer. I'm telling you, if you would have came in for 15%, you would have been frustrated. You probably never would have got to 10% because the dealership knew you weren't a serious buyer. They knew you did your research, which is why they gave you the deal as easily as you did. And you gave them a commitment. If you do this, I will buy a car today. I promise you, Brandon, if you would have walked to that dealership and said, hey, give me the best possible price and I'll buy the car, it would have taken hours of negotiation, back and forth, but you were educated and gave them a solid commitment. That's what got you a deal. But Brandon, I know that you won't believe just a little video, so let's put it to the test. I have a client that's actually in your area. They're looking for a Grand Highlander, front wheel drive or all wheel drive. They are completely open on that. They want it black or white, and they want it in a limited trim. I will negotiate this entire deal over the phone. You can make some content out of it, and you can negotiate going to every local dealership you can. They're willing to travel. I'll set up all the shipping, no big deal. Let's see who gets the better deal, because I will tell you, competition will always drive the price down. And with me negotiating over the phone, my competition is completely endless. I can use the entire United States. You are limited to the area you're negotiating, and I promise you, Brandon, I will get a better deal from that. If you're up for it, let's see it.